Good morning, everybody. It is Paddock Pass Live, proudly brought to you by Repco. Welcome to the Superloop Adelaide 500 pit lane, round one of the Virgin Australia Supercars Championship for 2020. Greg Ruston, Bryony Ingerson with you this morning. We're going to cover off a couple of the post-race one issues and look ahead to another great 78 laps today. You okay?
Could you just keep it down a little bit, Rusty?
Really? Did you go to the concert last night?
I did. I stayed until the end of Shepherd and had a couple of post-Coopers with Pete Murray, and I tell you what, feeling a little worse this morning.
Well, good luck. We're all counting on you today. You need to get ready for racing. We're going to show you some highlights of that first race yesterday, 250 Ks. We have another 250 to come today, and off the back of a very exciting qualifying and shootout, away we went.
Yeah, we sure did. For 250 Ks, it was Jamie Whincup who took the lead from David Reynolds on that opening lap. Everyone making it through unscathed, which was good to see. This is probably the highlight of the race for mine, that battle between Chaz Mostert and Will Davison. And plenty of people had plenty to say about this, didn't they?
And we love some of the funny stuff you guys have been doing on socials last night, leaving the comments below. I think people have done the Cole Trickle, remember me.
But at the end of the day, it was Jamie Whincup taking the first win of the 2020 season here on the streets of Adelaide by a fairly decent margin over Scotty McLaughlin in second and his Red Bull Holden Racing team teammate Shane Van Gisbergen in third.
David Reynolds just missed out on the podium, but the Penrite Racing driver said to us after the race he felt like he left nothing else on the table. So let's see what Sunday brings. We'll take you to Walkinshaw and Andretti United because those guys, they're a little bit hot in terms of around their feet in the footwell area yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah, actually on both cars. Chaz Mostert said after post-race that he was really feeling it on the right foot. And then Bryce Ford also having a similar sort of issue. So we spoke to the team yesterday and they said that they tried to get as much cooling, as much air on the feet as possible. Any update this morning? I'm assuming that they've probably overnight done whatever they can to make that.
I reckon that's our job. Our job is to kind of wander and find out. But it begs the question, and you and I were talking about this before we came on air this morning, about fitness, about recovery. So why don't you venture into Brad Jones Racing there and let's tackle that topic for you.
I will indeed. Thank you, Rusty. I'm going to go in here and grab Heath Meldrum, who is part of the team here at Brad Jones Racing and particularly for Nick Percat's team. Now, Heath, we have a lot of people asking how do drivers recover after 250 Ks yesterday to back up and do it all again today? What's a typical overnight scenario for these guys?
Yeah, well, obviously, as you know, it's very important to recover overnight because they're in those hot situations for a long period of time, and we do take it very seriously because the preparation is key before you get into the car. But yeah, overnight we want to make sure as soon as they get out of the car to stop sweating as quick as possible, bring their core temperatures back down. And we do a lot of procedures with weigh-ins and things like that to make it exact as to exactly what's happened to them in the car and to replace those fluids as quick as possible.
Can you give us are you going to show us? You said
sure. What
happens. So after they get out of the car, get the suit off, and we're going to jump into. I don't even know where I'm going. Actually, sorry. I'll follow you. And so this pretty much their recovery happens straight away as soon as they're out of the car.
So as soon as they get out, as quick as they can sort of chat to their engineers, and then as soon as I possibly can, get them into the trailer.
Oh, okay, after you.
So up here.
Here we go.
And we've got our nice little day spa set up here. So yeah, then we get them into the ice bath as quick as possible. And like I said, that the aim of that is to bring down the core temp again as quick as possible, but also skin temperature as well to stop that sweating because they are so hot out there that the faster we can reduce that sweat rate, the less weight they're going to lose. And obviously, as you know, if you're dehydrated, that's not a good thing. So
I'm just going to quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
That is pretty chilly. All right, we're going to head outside. We'll just give our lovely cameraman Stu a moment to reverse out of a truck. Now, I've got one last question for you, Heath. We had a question for some punters last night wanting to know the teams. What sort of exercises do they do? Cool down, warm up.
Yeah,
Can you give us
worries.
an example?
Well, yeah, if you're able to demonstrate for me. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Push-ups, star jumps, what are we
This is
doing
the
here?
most important warm-up we've got. So if you pop your right hand here, like so, grab your left leg, like that, stretch there, close your eyes. Okay? No, it's got nothing to do with warm-up.
Sunday fun day, stitching you up, Rusty. Sorry about that.
Hey, before you go, it feels a little warmer today too. I think highs of 31 is going to be
definitely
a little tough. Not as tough as last year, naturally. So
yeah, and it is absolutely hotter today. So like I said, with these hot races, we do take it very seriously. And even then, we come into now when it's hotter like this to the pre-cooling. So we use the ice bath as well before they even get in the car to stabilise their core temperature and keep them as cool as possible before they get in. And it's going to be a hot one. So.
Be honest, you came here for the guns, didn't you? Right, we're off. See you, mate.
I didn't even notice at all.
Have
Thank you so
day.
much, Heath. Really appreciate that. Hopefully that's answered some questions for some of our fans. Sorry, Rusty, I had to stitch you up.
Let's wander, because we want to get to Walkinshaw if we can and talk about that issue. Just before we do, we'll keep going past the Brad Jones team. It's a little quiet to start the day. Our cameraman's going to swing around here. Sorry about that, gang. Just, I know you guys love Mark Larkham, okay, and hashtag Larco, hashtag Crompo's been a trending thing this weekend. Come on quickly, come quickly, and we'll show you inside our little tech centre here. So here is the Hino area. Oh, and someone's written hello the truck. That is referring to our OB truck, but this is where Larco operates. Over the back here, he's a little busy at the moment, but Oscar Fiorinotto from Supershock, I'm not going to dive in on you and interview you, but just give us a little wave, mate. Oscar, give us a little wave. Okay, he's been around the supercars game for a long time. You guys that follow it closely will know that he was with all sorts of different race teams, and he works closely with our commentators, but he is behind a company called Supershock, which have a very strong presence in our sport this year. Larco's been talking about it during the coverage as well. And they've had a very good day yesterday. So Oscar going through some of the debrief on how those shocks performed in those first 78 laps. So we'll continue around here. Why don't we see if we can find some drivers for you, just in terms of Walkinshaw if we can, and get a little debrief on how they're feeling, given how hot it was yesterday. We're just looking here. Just wander this way. Just see if we've got anyone in the truck here. I don't know if we're going to dive in and have a little look. Is anyone in there at the moment? It doesn't look like it. This is going well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going really well. They may all be heading in towards debrief. Maybe we'll go into Walkinshaw and see if anyone give us some answers. Speaking of, I just went down and spoke to John O'Webb at Team Sydney, because we saw that crash yesterday with James Courtney into the wall, and I just got an update from them. They didn't actually have as much damage as they thought they would have, so got away relatively unscathed. The crew said the crew were only up until midnight, so that's an indication of only till midnight. Goodness me. So a few tired faces down there today. But he said they're relying this weekend more than usual on 888 in terms of parts, because they're still building that inventory. So, alignment with 888 really helping them. But the poor guys, I feel sorry for the mechanics down there today. A late night for them last night.
It's a massive weekend for all of our broadcast partners as well. So Fox Sports on air from 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time today. Network 10 from 11:30. A big afternoon.
Let's head out to the front of the lane.
Come through.
Oop. Sorry. Here we go. Looks like both the 2, the 25, good to go again for today. Great to see. Good morning. Where is my friend?
I'm over the back here. I
Greg
was just hoping I could run into some of the team just to find out how both of those guys
Well,
are.
Anyway, you've done your warm-ups.
I have. This will be good. Where are we going here? Like 10 push-ups or something or other?
No.
No one should be subjected to that.
I promise I'm not going to stitch you up again, but I can't guarantee that no one else will.
Okay.
Thank you so much. You know what? It's been great to have you as part of the team here this weekend.
I have loved every second.
We have loved having you as part of our commentary team, although sometimes we think maybe it's time for you to go back to your professional racing career that was tragically cut short after an Aussie racing cars incident.
This is why reporters and commentators should never try to be race drivers. Look at this.
That's 1G Russ.
This is the final turn.
What is
This is the final turn at Winton. Oh my God. All the gear, no idea. Flash helmet, no ability. Seriously. And you know what happened? Once I managed to get the the steering wheel back on. I rejoined at Winton there, and I'm driving along the front straight, and I misshifted the gear badly and over-revved it hugely. And Stephen Richards, all I could see out the corner of my eye was Stephen Richards wailing on the pit wall. So every time I see him now at Team 18, it's a very funny discussion. So,
well,
yes.
I think that went exactly like this segment's gone this morning,
Great.
pear-shaped.
Keep an eye on the
We're set for,
broadcast.
yeah.
We'll update you on Chaz and Bryce, of
absolutely.
course, and all the action today. It's going to be a really good day.
We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.